Prophecy said that the true church would begin in Jerusalem. In Isaiah 2 we read, "This is what Isaiah, son of Amos, saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem. In the last days the mountain of the Lord's temple will be established as chief among the mountains. It will be raised above the hills, and all nations will stream to it. Many peoples will come and say, 'Come, let us go to the mountain of the Lord and to the house of the God of Jacob. He will teach us his ways, so that we may walk in his paths. The law will go out from Zion, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem.'" The same prophecy is repeated in Micah chapter 4. Jesus confirmed that his church would originate from Jerusalem. In Luke 24, verses 46 to 49, he says, "This is what is written, the Christ will suffer and rise from the dead on the third day, and repentance and forgiveness of sins will be preached in his name to all nations, beginning at Jerusalem. You are witnesses of these things. I am going to send you what my Father has promised, but stay in the city," that is, the city of Jerusalem, "until you have been clothed with power from on high." When we turn to the book of Acts, in Acts chapter 2, on the day of Pentecost, after the resurrection of Christ, we read how these prophecies came to fulfillment, and Christ built his church and established his church there in Jerusalem. That was the first Church of Christ. It wasn't any denomination whatsoever, because no denominations had yet been invented. There was not until this day in Jerusalem even any church, really. This was the first congregation of Christ that was established. And so surely anyone who is a simply Christian, surely any church that is simply Christ's church and not under any denominational umbrella, can and must say that that church is the origin of the movement that they belong to. They are simply Christians, and the first church, like their church, was that church in Jerusalem. An undenominational church is formed by replicating the church pattern instituted by Jesus Christ. This was the pattern on which he formed the first church in Jerusalem, one of his first acts after taking the throne in heaven. This means much more than just using the same blueprint. It means receiving the same title deed. Jesus is the purchaser and master builder of any church that exists by his authority, and that means any church formed according to the pattern that he has given in the Scriptures. Any church that originates in this way must be undenominational, just as the original church in Jerusalem AD 33 was undenominational.
The church's one foundation is Jesus Christ alone. She is his new creation by water and the word. From heaven he came and sought her to be his holy bride. With his own blood he bought her, and for her life he died. Elect from every nation, yet one o'er all the earth. Her charter of salvation, one Lord, one faith, one birth. One holy name she blesses, partakes one holy food. And to one hope she presses with every grace endued.